Yeah, no, it's a kelpie in Scots. In Gaelic, it's uisge, the water.
Uh,
Yeah,
Easy for you to say.
yeah.
Like
So
Ushka.
yeah, you saw I thought I'd put together a little report, on Gaelic culture, and or that aspect of it. It's kind of a fun little aspect of Gaelic culture.
I'll say.
You know,
He's
wanna,
a nasty dude.
yeah, yeah. One of the monsters in Gaelic culture. So anyway, but anyway, so that should be fun. So anyway, anybody else have any news or questions before we get started?
nope.
No. Okay. Okay. All right. Let me call up my.
I have a question.
Yeah.
What's the difference between the hat you're wearing and the one that's in the bookcase? Are they the same, or is one of them a stretch hat or what? Cap?
Well, they're the same. They're different sizes.
Ah,
Yeah. This one's the one on the claymore, and it's propped up on a claymore. That's kind of a memorial.
oh, okay.
Memorial. Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, I'll explain it one time or another. But
Okay, I'm sorry.
no, it's okay. I just find that it's difficult sometimes. But anyway, all right. Well, let me where are we? Lesson 6. Okay. Yeah. Okay. And then Eric, and just a word for Eric. As we go forward, Eric, if you have any questions, because as you see, you're coming in a couple weeks late. I don't think it'll be too difficult for you. Okay, but questions, and you did get all the catch up work too, right?
Yeah. I see it. Yeah, I got the Word doc. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. What there should be. Oh, it's week 6, not 5. Okay.
Right.
Okay. But yeah. There are 5 weeks. Anyway, all right. Let me let me share the screen.
There he is.
Yeah, there we go.
That is one nasty dude.
Yeah. Yeah. So
He even looks bad in that picture.
so this is the Piper of the week. Okay. Uisge, so there's some thought that what we now know affectionately as Nessie is actually derived from uisge, the water horse, which is a very different and dangerous character indeed. But anyway, so anyway, so I put together a little bit of material that I thought would be fun.
Before you run too far down the page, could you tell me what all those things? He's got something in each hand. Do you know what they are?
Oh, well,
one of them is the what you blow the bag up with, right?
Yeah.
And the other is a knife.
Well, I wouldn't look too closely at this. This is AI generated, and
Okay.
it's not always exact.
Okay.
So anyway, so I tried to get it to do a Loch Ness monster playing the bagpipe, and this is the close as I could get. So anyway,
that's pretty darn good then.
Yeah. Well, what's really amazing what that technology is able to do these days. So anyway.
Okay.
Anyway, all right. Okay. And the permanent invite link
works fine for me.
And Eric, this is the same link every week, so you can either get to it through the link that I'll be sending out to you, usually on Sunday, or you could just save the link and just go to it directly because it remains the same link each week. Okay.
Sounds good.
Clàr na Seachdaine, the schedule of the week. Clàr, excuse me, na Seachdaine of the week. Okay, Fàilte. Okay. Tobar Dualchas Againne, the well of our culture. Okay. on uisge, the water horse. Okay, so talk a little bit about that. Shanach on the Shechina, which is related to, the water horse story. And Grammar Neshechina, grammar of the week. Okay. And this week we'll talk about possessive pronouns. Again, another way to say that something belongs to you. Okay, so of course we remember antai akam, right? Hatai akam.
See,
Tai akam. Okay. Do you remember that? Vel tai aket. Okay.
where are you? Oh, up there. No?
Okay.
What page are you?
Huh? But do you see you see my screen?
Yeah, I see the screen.
I'm not reading anything off it. I'm just talking.
Oh, that's okay. Never mind.
Okay. All right. So do we remember akam, aket, akinya, aka, eka, all those forms? Okay. How to say? So I have a house, hatai akam. You have a house, hatai aket. He has a house, hatai eka. She has a house, hatai echa. We have a house, hatai akin. Okay, and that's that same akin right here on Tobar Dualchas Againne. Okay, akin. Okay,
Our culture.
us, yeah. They have a house, hatai aka. Okay. So those are all the ways to say that we have something, and so we're going to take a look at another way to describe possession. Okay, and we'll take a look at parts of the body. Okay, and then song of the week, Ba Ba Malenef Beck, cute little lullaby. But like many things, Gaelic, sometimes they have a twist. Sometimes, they're not always totally happy. There's a little, worm in the apple, as it were. But anyway, all right. Okay. So,
dear.
Huh?
Oh, dear.
Oh, dear. All right. Okay. So now I'm going to go to the PowerPoint and I'll look at it on uisge. Okay. So can you see this PowerPoint here?
Yes.
Uisge? Oh, okay. The water, literally the water, the horse water. Okay. On Czech. Okay. All right. Okay. So the water horse or kelpie in Scots, that is in Scottish English, known as the kelpie, and known from the very earliest times of recorded history in Scotland. And so here is over here to the right is a Pictish stone monument from the 6th century, that is the 500s, depicting a water horse. Okay. So
yeah.
So right there, I mean, so even before there was Gaelic, in Scotland, you had the water horse. Okay. And it's a fearsome shape-shifting creature known to live near bodies of water and sometimes kidnap and kill unwary travelers. Sometimes seduce people. Okay. Trick them into going with the creature. Sometimes the kelpie or the water horse appears as a tame pony beside a river. And so it's attractive to children sometimes. And here's a picture of, and this is a picture that I found on the internet. It's not AI generated, but you still get the idea. It's it would attract children sometimes, and they'd climb up on top of it, and then its sticky skin would not let them get away, and it would run into the water and then presumably eat them or do whatever it did with them in the water. Okay, drown them and eat them or something like that. So perhaps it was a way for parents to tell their children to stay away from the water. You know.
Yeah, that could be.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh, let me ask you, is this bar in the way, do you see the black bar across the top of the screen?
No. Oh, well.
Just barely. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Well, I see. It's very clear to me, and so I wonder if it gets in the way. I mean, does it cover the print? Does it cover the print?
No,
Oh, okay.
no, it's like a white box with all the, but the background is, the top and the bottom is black, but
Oh,
that's maybe just my screen.
okay. All right. Well, that's good. All right. So, so as I said, the uisge might be the same as what is known as the Loch Ness monster, or
Yeah.
in Gaelic, though in later years it's become a little bit more tame and and not as dangerous and doesn't go around kidnapping people. Maybe.
Oh,
Okay. However, there is a report that one night in the 1930s,
yeah.
Arthur Grant was returning from Inverness. Okay, and Inverness is close to well, the Loch Ness runs right up into Inverness, and so he was coming down the loch from Inverness, and almost collided with a dark object or creature coming across the road. And so he noticed a creature that looks something like this: long neck, body, flippers, and tail. And it was apparently frightened by the motorbike, and so it ran off into the lake.
Good place for him to stay,
Yeah.
but he didn't.
In 1962, there was another report of a couple of guys who heard gasping and munching on the beach below Urquhart Castle. And Urquhart Castle, of course, is this castle right here, the shores of Loch Ness. And if you ever get a chance, it's a wonderful place to go visit. I mean, it's partly restored. You know, you see people walking around, and so yeah, it's a great little place. Anyway, so and he described how when they drew closer, they saw it devouring a whole cow. And then it took off for the safety of the water when it saw them. Okay. Sometimes the water horses appear in human form. And this is a painting by Herbert James Draper in 1913 called The Kelpie. They may materialize as a beautiful young woman hoping to lure young men to death, or it could be a very attractive young man hoping to seduce a young woman. Okay, or it might take the form of a hairy human lurking by the river who jump out at you. And there's a story of a Kelpie adopting the figure of a wizened old man, muttering to himself. And a local believed it to be a Kelpie and struck it on the head, and it reverted to its equine form, that is its water horse form, and scampered back to the lake. But a Kelpie has a weak spot, its bridle. So anyone who can get a hold of the Kelpie's bridle will have command over it and any other Kelpie. And a captive Kelpie is said to have the strength of at least 10 horses. And it's rumored that the McGregor clan have a Kelpie's bridle, and handed down over the generations from an ancestor who took it from a Kelpie near Loch Sloch. So if you ever encounter a McGregor, ask him, can I borrow your Kelpie bridle? Here's one story. A water horse came in the shape of a young man, a Riech Flesig, which is the shape of a young man. Flesig is a young man. He started talking to a girl who was herding cattle near the loch. And after some conversation, he laid his head in her lap, which is a fashion in old times, you know. But she examined his head, and to her alarm, she found that his head was full of water, weeds, sand, and mud, and she knew that this was not an ordinary person, but uisge. So she slipped out of her skirt leaving it under his head. And he awoke and jumped up and says, "Mania naha show is me. If it is a girl that is here, it is light that she is." Okay, yeah. So she managed to get away from him. So then it rushed away and plunged back into the lake. So so she was able to slip out from his grip. And then there's another story of a lonely Kelpie who transforms itself into a handsome young man to woo a pretty girl. But the girl recognizes him and removes his silver necklace, which is his bridle. You see, so when he becomes a human, the bridle turns into a necklace. And he reverts to a horse, and the girl takes it home to her father's farm and puts it to work for a year. So at the end of that time, the girl takes the Kelpie rides the Kelpie as a horse to an old wise man who tells her to return the necklace, and the Kelpie changes back. And then the old man asks the Kelpie whether, if given a choice, it would choose to be a Kelpie or a mortal, that is a human being, a man. And the Kelpie says, "Well, if I can marry the girl, I'd like to stay a human." So she says that she'd agree to marry him, and the pair are married, and I guess they live happily ever after. So it's a happy ending to the story. All right.
Wow.
So that's the Kelpie. Okay, let's see.
I
Okay.
wonder how it all came to pass. That's a pretty amazing
What's that?
bit of. I wonder how it all came to pass. That's a pretty amazing bit of history, cultural history.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's all these folk tales all around the world, and sometimes, we can't exactly remember where it is that they came from.
Yeah, I know.
Or don't know. I mean, they're just buried in ancient history, ancient culture. Anyway, but let's go to this right now. Let's go back here. I am going to. Okay, so hi Akam. Now, what does that mean? Oh, wait. I have to share the screen again. Share the screen. Okay. Share the screen. Okay. All right. Okay. You can see my screen now, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Hatai Akam. That means what?
I have a house.
I have a house. Yeah. Ku Akit. That means what?
You have a dog.
You have a dog. Yeah.
You have a dog.
Dog. Yeah. Okay. What other word do we know? What other word?
Eat.
What? Oh, ech. Oh, yeah. Ech. Okay. Which is he has a horse. And kat echa. She has a cat. Okay. Then we get into the plural. Well, clas Againne. Or I'll just put Akin. Okay. We have a clas Akin Anok. Okay. What could you plural have? Clown Akiv. You have children. Okay. Clown, which is related to the English word clan, means children. Okay, so when you're referring to a Scottish clan, a Highland clan, the word is actually related to the children of, this clan, and not as in English, meaning little people under the age of 10, but but the people of, the children of, the McDonald or the McLeod or whatever it is. Okay. And then let's see. And what do they have? Oh, say they have a car. A car, aka. They have a car. Okay. So we have akum for, and do you remember what these prepositional pronouns stand for? Yeah, at, and then the so this would be and then the pronoun at me, at you, okay, at him, okay,
At her.
her, okay, at us, okay, at you,
Plural.
and at them. Okay. All right. Okay.
I have a question, Michael. All of these that you give have a word. Oops, they're gone. One of them there is class.
Okay. Let me show this again. Okay.
Okay, right there below where it says pinch out for a bigger view. Okay. So it says clas. No. Yeah. Clas Againne. And it says we have a class.
Right.
That way. Now I understand. Okay, sorry.
Yeah. The I misspelled it. I gave it the Gaelic spelling.
Yes.
Spelling with two S's, the Gaelic spelling with one S. Okay.
Got it. Okay, thank you.
All right. Okay. Now, one of the things that you'll notice as we go forward, now all the prepositions have this prepositional pronoun form. Okay. And you'll notice that they almost all have these endings according to, the so this would be ek, me, okay, ek, u, not literally, but I'm just doing this to show you the logic. Ek a, ek e, ek sheen, ek sheave, which is you, either plural or formal, and then ek it. Now, one of the things that you'll see that will help you remember these is several of these have an ending that matches a part of the root pronoun.
Mm-hmm.
Aket, see, the D matches the T, or akam matches the me. Okay, eka, they don't match ek a, ek e, but anyway, akin. Okay, you have the ends, and that matches the sheen. Akiv, you have the bh that pronounced like a V, and sheave, okay, the U, and then aka. Now that doesn't match, but anyway, but several of them have the endings, okay, that match. And so as we go forward, you can, that becomes kind of a memory device, a memory trick for you, okay? Okay. All right, so that's the possessive, okay? And let me go back to where are we? Right here. Okay. So we did uisge. I want to go down a little bit more. Okay. Oh yeah, and so the uisge story becomes the Seanfhacal na Seachdaine, the old saying of the week. Mase dunyahan show se utramahai hershan chechushka. If it's a human that is here, it's light. Okay. As the girl tricked it. Okay. and he was shaking the skirt of the girl he wanted to kidnap, but she had gotten away. So good for her. Okay.
Yes, indeed.
Huh?
Yes, indeed.
Yes, indeed. Okay. All right. Okay. One of the things that we'll see as we go forward is that in Gaelic folk tales, which kind of correspond to the fairy tales, the Grimm's brothers and all that, that we're familiar with. The female characters are not helpless waiting for the man or the prince or whoever to come along and save them. They're active characters on their own, sometimes responsible alone for their being saved, and sometimes in conjunction with a person that they love, a man that they love. Okay, and very often providing the brain power, coming with the plan how the male hero is going to defeat the giant or whoever it is that they're fighting. So, and that's a remarkable feature, I think, in Gaelic stories, Gaelic folktales. Okay. Anyway, all right. And so, as a reminder, okay, we have this Hatai Akam, I have a house. A car Aket, you have a car. Halor Echa, he has a book. Hanin Echa, she is a daughter. And what? I'm sorry? What, is somebody saying something?
Might be something in the background for me. I can mute.
Oh, okay. What's something in the background? Oh, wait. Okay. All right. Okay. What? And you can see my screen, right? What, can you see the screen?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
good. All right.
Yeah.
Now, note the difference in the pronunciation between Eka and Echa. Okay, Eka is like, it's pronounced, my little signal for pronunciation would be Eka. And this would be more like Ech apostrophe Echa. There's a little hiatus, a little jump there, a little hiccup there. Okay. Echa.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good. That's helpful. Thanks.
And it's very subtle. It's very subtle. Okay. Haku Akin. Okay. We have a dog. A broken Akiv. You have shoes. A skol Aka. They have a school. Okay. All right. So now we're going to add to that. So there's a couple of different ways in Gaelic, very common ways in Gaelic, to say that somebody has something. Okay. And Gaelic has a series of possessive pronouns in this row here that correspond with the possessive pronouns in English. Mo is my, do is your, is his, is her, are is our, ur is your, an or is there. Okay, so these are possessive pronouns. Like I said, just like the ones that we have in English, except they're not quite just like the ones we have in English. Okay, you only have a limited usage because you use these only in referring to things that are not separable from yourself, like mochaun, my head. So, and unless you get on the wrong side of the king, I hope your head is not separable from you. So anyway, but mochaun, okay, dovrahir, your brother. Oops, okay, achas, his foot, akas, her foot. And note that the way that we tell the difference between his and her is his lanites, as does do lanites and mo lanites as well. Okay, so the first three of these unite the noun that follows. Okay, but clas, our Dualchas, our heritage, our homeland. Dualchas is a very interesting word. I'll have a little piece on that sometime. Okay, Ursulan, your eyes. That's either the plural, the eyes of all of you guys, or formal, my boss, sometimes, my grandparent. Okay. In the old days, children would refer to their parents and elders with the formal, and nowadays we might find that a little bit unusual, preferring the informal, grandma, grandpa, or whatever. But in the old days, very often you'd use the formal form. Okay, and then on Orstigan, their fingers. Orstigan would be fingers, and am maher, their mother. Okay, so an and would be there. Okay.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Doesn't doesn't that also mean new, or would that have an accent?
Yeah, right. It has an accent.
Okay. Okay. So
Ur,
that's how you differentiate.
new or fresh. Like
Okay.
Ulian ura, fresh eggs. Okay.
Okay. Thanks.
Let's see. Something wrong with uyan. Okay, ura, fresh eggs, or what? No, ankar, ur, akam. Okay, my new car. If I just bought a new car, ankar ur akam. So that would be my new car, or sometimes ur could be a fresh, could be fresh as well. Okay.
Okay. Thanks.
Okay. And then one little note here. Okay. This leads me to introduce the concept. And keep in mind that as I introduce something, I always try to come back to it. I mean, so it's not a one and done, well, I told you this 10 weeks ago, you should remember it. I told you once, no, I try to come back to it and build upon it. Okay. So, and repeat, because keep in mind, it says nothing bad about you, but learning is a process that's repetitive, so anyway. All right. So, okay. So two things. Right here, for his or her, the way that we tell the difference is his lanites, and her does not. So you have vraher, okay, and that's pronounced vra hair, okay, and braher, which is pronounced braher. Okay, do you see that difference?
Yes.
Okay. And this is a feature in Gaelic that repeats itself. It has more than one application, that sometimes and I won't give you more examples right now, but just be aware that sometimes we don't know what's happening with the word until we see the reflection that it casts. The effect that it has on another word. So right here by itself, you cannot tell whether that is his or her. You only know by the effect it has on something else. Okay? All right. So yeah, just something to remember generally. Okay, and we'll learn more and more ways, and we'll refresh this. But anyway, now that's how we know the difference between whether it's his or her. Okay. Now, there's another rule that we'll encounter many times, and we'll just see one example here. The MBFP rule. Mother bakes fresh pies. Okay. And this determines whether what precedes the word is an an or an So, for instance, braher. Okay, so if it begins with any of these letters, you use And in this case, we're focusing on the pronoun, the possessive pronoun. So braher, their brother, an kasen, their legs. Okay. Maher, their mother, on stronchen, their noses. Pure, their sister, or on Neanan, their daughters. Fiechlin, their teeth, on Gruyen, their cheeks. So right here's quick examples of what it is that I'm talking about how these letters here sometimes change in the possessive pronoun, change what comes before. Okay. Now, one of the ways that you can think about this is say after me, braher.
Braher.
Now say it again and pay attention to where your lips go. Braher. You see how the M flows into the B? Now say, this is wrong, but say on braher. Notice how you have to shift position in your mouth.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, you go from, the middle of the mouth to the front. Well, Gaelic has a few things like this that sound, in a way, determines grammar. You see, so, and you might just say the Gaelic speakers are lazy because they don't feel like moving their tongue to the, from where it is. But braher, the M and the B are right there together. So it's just easier to say. So, and the same with maher or pure, you say. So anyway, so this is one of the rationales, I think, for this. But anyway, but remember this: mother bakes fresh pies. We'll encounter this rule many times, and anyway, but that takes us back here. Why we have two different words for there: an orstigan for their fingers, or maher for their mother. We have two different words for there. Okay.
Got it.
Yeah. Okay. And this is similar, and I just make a note that there's something similar in English, not as extensive, but we will change the an introducing article in English. We would say an automobile or a car. We'd say an apartment or a house. So English has something a little bit similar. Okay, so I just mentioned that to you, so you see that it's not totally out of the realm of what we're used to. Okay, so now let's go to the pronouns, the possessive pronouns. Okay, so remember, body parts and blood relatives take the possessive pronouns mo, do, etc. All other things take ek plus the possessive form. And this is why you'll very often see andunya akam, my husband, not mo hunya. Okay, aven echa, his wife, not aven. And if you remember that song from last week, hatai akam haben akam, I have is a wife at me, not moven, but akam. Okay. However, these are not hard and fast. Sometimes you will see mohunya, my husband, moven, my wife, mohu, my dog, ankaun akam, rather than mochaun, you'll see ankaun akam. These are not hard and fast rules, but they're more like suggestions. Okay, more like proclivities, more like tendencies. Okay, but just remember that the mo and do, the possessive pronouns, very often reserved for these things that cannot be separated from you. Okay, and also there's a neat little expression for a spouse, Akela or Akela, her spouse or his spouse. Okay, not Kayla Echa, never Kayla Echa. Okay, or Kayla Echa, but always Akela, Akela, a spouse. And one little note about Kayla, even though I translated here as spouse, keep in mind that in all things having to do with translations, very often, most often, always, there aren't entirely literal translations from language to language. You see, because a word might not map word in one language might not exactly match a word in another language. And so right here, when I say spouse, that's not quite the same thing, because Kayla comes from a word that means other. So actually what's being said, very often you'll see it translated as spouse, but it means more like my other, which is much more personal, much closer, I think. She is my other, or as people used to say, my better half or my other half, something like that. But it's very personal. It's very intimate. Okay. But it's not gendered. Okay, it's not gendered, so there isn't a male Kayla or a female Kayla, but it's just Kayla. Okay, but anyway, all right, okay. So anyway, so body parts. Okay, so here's a whole thing. What do you call it? a chart, a thing, a picture with various body parts. But I've got a couple quick YouTube videos for us. So hold on a second. Okay. And we will take a look. I'm going to share the screen again, share the sound, and go to the body parts. Okay. 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 All right. So I'm going to mute.
Fhuig. Má fhuig.
Utan.
Ceann.
Clúas. Clúasan.
Strón.
Bial.
Lámh. Lámhan.
Cas. Cassan. Fàilte.
Súil. Súlan. Ardach. Againne.
Back.
Okay, so there we have a quick run through and of the various of some parts of the body. You have the complete. Oh, hello, Marco. How are you doing? Come around.
Hello, Huladunya.
Hello. Let's see. And I got something else. I got another the Outlander people are going to share body parts with us. So hold on a second. Okay.
In medieval Scotland, when a knight was summoned to battle, he would have to be particularly careful about protecting his beag, or protecting his body. Ciawn. Ciawn. Brolach. Brolach. Gualan. Gualan. Garston. Garston. Love. Love. Jason!
Okay. All right. There we go. All right. So some of the body parts. Now, a little thing about pronunciation. One of the things that you note is that in English, very there's Marco twice. We have Marco twice here. Okay.
My audio doesn't work on my computer, so I use my phone for audio and my computer for video. So sorry.
No problem. No problem. You're actually coming through loud and clear, so it's just wonderful. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Anyway, I'm going to share the screen again, and we'll go to a Word doc. Okay. So now, just a little thing about pronunciation, a little note, and we'll come back to it. And I'll probably be nagging you about it for for as long as we're together. But one of the things that you'll notice in Gaelic very often, well, in English, I'll start off with English. In English, if you have two vowels together, very often you would run them together. Okay. Let's see. So I'm trying. Oh, okay. Okay. So right here, bean. Okay. Bean. Okay. Something like be pronounced like that. But in Gaelic, say you have the word town. Note how I go Ciawn. It's something like, not exactly, but it's like Ciawn. Very often in Gaelic, you fill your mouth with the sound and the sound of all the vowels. So this would be Ciawn, not Cown, but Ciawn. Okay?
Got it.
Yeah. So and sometimes it's very slight. You can hardly hear it. So seal. Okay. It's like suil. Suil. But the last one is very quick. You can hardly hear it if you're not listening for it. Suil. Okay. Okay. So just something to be aware of. Okay. A fun one to play with is, now this one is pronounced fier. Okay. Fier. Okay. Okay. Spelling. Okay. All right. Fier. So it's pronounced ich. Fier. So there you have three vowels together. Okay. So it's not just fiek, but it's fier. Fier. Okay, so everybody try saying that. Fier.
Fier.
Fiech. Okay, yeah, there you go. There you go. Fiech. Okay, so yeah, so which is a little difficult for English speakers, before you get the hang of it, because in English we're used to consonants, splitting the vowels and not not piling one vowel on top of another. Okay, but anyway, but that's a little note on pronunciation. Okay, all right, okay,
Good.
where are we now? Okay, all right, okay. And then in the week that comes, be studying the chart, and we'll come back to the body parts next week. So tonight was an introduction, and so we might do something like play Simon Says, and Laugh Six to Cluas, touch your ear, so I expect you to know all of these. Okay, all right, okay, all right, okay, all right, okay. Okay, so where are we now? Okay.
Time to sing.
Yeah. It's a little early. Did I forget something?
No?
Òran Seachdaine. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. Well, okay. We'll do this. Yeah, and then we'll do some sort of story. I'll have some sort of story for you. Okay. All right. But let's do this right now. Okay. So, song of the week, Òran Seachdaine. Okay, Òran Seachdaine, song of the week. Okay, and this is Ba Leanabh beag. Okay, and it goes Ba Leanabh beag. So go ahead and say that. Ba.
Leanabh beag.
Okay, and then Bihu more get hahu beag. You will be big, though you are small. And then the first one is Ba Leanabh beag, my wee baby. And Ba sometimes translated as go to sleep, sleepy bye, something like that. And you will be big, though you are small now. Okay. Ba Leanabh beag. An uren mi gat haulog. Gat haulog. I cannot lull you. Okay, so I'm having trouble lulling you to sleep. Yeah. Okay. J agul animi root.
Root.
What, my dear, will I do with you? J agul. Okay, agul. Okay, my love. Okay. Animi root will do with you. Okay. And here with root, we have another one of those prepositional pronouns. Okay. J agul animi root. J agul animi root. Banya kika acham gut. Without breast milk to give you. Okay. Gunvanya kika acham gut. Banya kika acham gut. Banya kika acham gut. Gungavu kruip. Yeah, I fear that you will get the croup, which is a terrible coughing disease that babies, infants, you see. So now this was at a time when there's a potato famine in Scotland. And so that's why, the mother doesn't have any milk because she's starving, and then consequently the baby's starving. Okay. Ecolorum gungavu croup. Ecolorum gungavu croup. Ecolorum gungavu croup. Ebuka javantata. Okay. And I'm gonna let's see screen. I'm gonna show you something. Let's see. Potato. So this is afflicted both Scotland and Ireland, and right here, images. Okay. So you see these pictures right here?
Yeah.
That happened when the potatoes in Ireland and Scotland, though the potato famine, the famine in Ireland was much more devastating, but it was devastating in Scotland, but much more devastating in Ireland, partly because of the laws that the English enacted on Ireland, which mandated that required all food be exported. The Irish wouldn't let the Irish keep any of the food that they grew, except potatoes, and the potatoes took on this blight and were inedible. And so that's what happened in Scotland too. But because Scotland was considered a part of Britain, the English weren't as cruel to the Scots as they were to the Irish. So lucky us. Anyway.
Nasty looking blight.
What?
That blight is nasty looking.
Oh yeah. It rendered the potatoes inedible.
Yeah.
So and in Ireland, 1/3 of the population died of famine. People were literally falling dead on the sides of the roads. 1/3 fled the country and emigrated to the United States, to the Americas, Canada, the United States, and Australia, other British colonies, and 1/3 survived. But anyway, and it accounted for in Ireland. It accounted for the great influx of Irish immigrants to the United States.
Yeah.
Because of the potato famine, that's why that was one of the waves of immigration in the 1800s. Okay, to the United States. So anyway, that's our little bit of history there. So anyway, all right. Now we'll sing the song, and so please sing along. And I'm going to mute so I don't scare you with my singing.
Baba mollene bek, bitu morge tau bek. Baba mollene bek, kanurin mi katale. Jea helani mi lut, jea helani mi. Baba mollene bek, bitu morge tau bek. Baba mollene bek, kanurin mi katale. Genvanje kiche akum hut, genvanje kiche akum hut, genvanje kiche akum hut, ekularum gengavu krup. Baba mollene bek, bitu morge tau bek. Baba mollene bek, kanurin mi katale. Ekularum gengavu krup, ekularum gengavu krup, ekularum gengavu krup, lebuket aventarte.
Not hearing you.
I think we lost our host.
The spirits stole his voice.
Down. Okay, so now you can hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
You're back.
Oh,
I was I was responding to Matthew's note. Well, that was depressing. Yeah. So sorry. Yeah, that's many of the Gaelic songs had look at sad aspects of life. But anyway, all right. So let's do something else. We have a little bit more time, so I'm going to show you something here. It'll just take me a second to call it up. Let me see. Figure out how to. Where is it? Okay. All right. Okay. Tunicus. Okay. Do we? Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Hold on. Okay. Okay. I think we might go to. If I can find it. Let's see then. Okay. Come on, let's go. Right. I'm sorry. Okay, let's see. Okay. Yeah. Let's see then. I have some more animals for us. Oh. Beautiful. Hold on. Come on, let's go. Oh. I don't. Okay. Okay, daughter's king. What? Let me see. And daughter's bara beag, and beag, botek. Okay, daughter's thing. Okay, all right, okay. Let's take a look at days of the week, okay? So let me go to Zoom meeting, okay. Share screen, okay. Okay, and okay. Okay, so Jan La Ahown. Okay, so what does that mean?
What day is it?
Yeah, what day is it? Jan La Ahown. Sometimes you'll see Jan La Ahown on Jew.
good day.
Day. Okay. All right. Okay. Jan La Ahown on Jew. Okay. All right. So Jan La Ahown on Jew. Somebody? So
Well, they are not do.
what?
Shejaluan a hound.
Then Lava.
Oh, Jamarshed.
Jamarshed. Oh, Jamarshed. Yeah. Shejaluan a hound.
On Jew. Okay. J J on la ava vown on J. On J would be yesterday.
Yeah. Flagelluin and J.
Oh, very okay. Yeah. All right. So on J, okay. So on J would be okay. J on la avon avonje.
Atha na savage.
La Nasabich.
On the Sabbath. Very good.
No. What's the other Sunday word?
It'd be Judonia.
Jidoni. Yeah.
Very often you'll hear it pronounced Jidoni.
Jidoni.
Huh? I'm gonna pop that in. Okay, yeah, okay. Okay. Jidoni, La Nasabich or Jidoni. I say La Nasabich, but some people say Jidoni, so you'd be understood. And my suggestion is always that when you have a pair of words that are roughly equivalent, one of the easiest ways to go is don't try to learn them both or all at the same time. Pick one that you kind of like and stick with that for a while. Branch out from there. Anyway.
Professor, I know I missed some of the earlier lessons, but is it like anemishir and anchicha for weather?
The what? I'm sorry. What about anchicha?
Like there's anchicha and anemishir are both the word for weather, something like that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Good. And interchangeable. So
okay.
Very good. Yeah. Anamishir, anchicha. Okay. So Jim,
okay.
This aun amarak.
Bie Jakiatin Amarach.
Kirtan amarak. Very good. Very good. Yeah. Bie Jakirtan amarak. Jan la vis aun an area.
Is that the day after tomorrow?
Very good. Very good. Good guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually right. Okay. On Eder, the day after tomorrow. So if tomorrow is Jakirtan, on Eder would be
Jerdoon.
Seachdaine.
Yeah. Okay.
Hmm.
Thursday. Okay. All right. Very good. And then I'm going to leave you to figure out Gahunya, Jasarnya. Okay.
Jasarnya. Yeah.
Would be Friday, and Jasarnya would be Saturday.
Right.
Jasarnya. Plans.
Yeah, and then remember our Davotech, the two old men with the Krotech, with humps. Jimarsh Jakirtan. And then the one that got the old man in trouble, Jaluan Jimarsh Jakirtan. Justoon. Oh no.
Justoon.
Yeah. Got him into trouble. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. What do we got? Okay. Let's see if no, my computer slightly went out, so I beag. What do we got here? What do I have here? Okay. Oh, okay. Well, here we go. I have some food. Well, no, I don't have too many of them. Okay. Sorry. Okay. My computer went out. My drive went down, so I've got to let's see, stew. Let's see, Irma Horst, Du Bois Beck, let's see. And Talon, okay. There we go. Okay. Okay, idioms. Okay, well, let's see. All right, okay. All right, well, here's something. Okay. Kofi. Okay. Okay. Well, let's see. No, this is a little too complicated. Oh, what was I do? Like I said, I just discovered that my I have a external hard drive that I plug into my computer, and it's not working properly. So let's see. Oh, I know what we can do. We can do another song. Okay, or hold on. We'll do one more song. Okay. All right. Okay. Let's see. Learn Gaelic song. Okay. What do we got? Let's see. Oh yeah. Okay. Oh, now this is fun. Okay. The Imich root to Huna. Okay.
Hello, agus Fàilte go.
Okay. So say Imich root to Hunami. Okay. So you can see the screen, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
Animals are easy. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I know. I have a. Oh, can we wrap it up soon? It's getting late. Okay. All right. Well, we'll do one more song, but Matthew, if you do need to go, please do so. No hard feelings. I won't take it personal. Okay. I understand that but but we'll do one more song, and that's about 10 minutes, and then we'll wrap it up. Okay. Yeah, so, whatever you're able to do. Okay. Okay. Weather. Okay. All right. Okay. Next week I'll do weather and more animals. Okay. All right. But as I said, my hard drive went out, so I gotta reload it. Anyway, but this is a fun little song. So Imich Ruta Hunami. So you can see the screen, right?
Yes.
Okay, very good. Okay. So this is many things I have seen. Okay. All right.
Okay.
Uisge. Uisge. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay.
Òran na Seachdaine, Cóla Ramsa, Josie Duncan. Hello and welcome to Song of the Week with me, Josie Duncan. Today we're going to be learning a song called Shimig Rut Achunami, which is a Portia Bale. So the first line is also the title of the song, Shimig Rut Achunami. And the melody for this line goes like this. Shimig Rut Achunami. One more time. Shimig Rut Achunami. And now after this we have Shimig Rut Arain me. I've done many things. Shimig Rut Arain me. That's Shimig Rut Arain me. With the melody again. Shimig Rut Achunami. Shimig Rut Arain me. And moving on, we're going to repeat the title of the song again. Shimig Rut Achunami. And then we have a mwy fug na huige. A mwy fug na huige. That means out during the night. A mwy fug na huige. So together, this is line 2. Shimig Rut Achunami. A mwy fug na huige. Now, when we put those two lines together, we have our entire A part. So I'm going to sing for you now the whole of the A part, which is Shimig Rut Achunami, Shimig Rut Arain me, Shimig Rut Achunami, a mwy fug na huige. Shimig Rut Achunami, Shimig Rut Arain me, Shimig Rut Achunami, a mwy fug na huige. And again. Shimig Rut Achunami, Shimig Rut Arain me, Shimig Rut Achunami, a mwy fug na huige. One more time for our A part. Shimig Rut Achunami, Shimig Rut Arain me, Shimig Rut Achunami, a mwy fug na huige. Now moving on to our first B part, we have Chunami na pishakin, na pishakin, na pishakin. So it's very repetitive, which is always helpful when you're learning a new song. That's our first line. Chunami na pishakin, na pishakin, na pishakin. And the melody goes like this. Chunna mi na pishaken, na pishaken, na pishaken. Chunna mi na pishaken, na pishaken, na pishaken. Chunna mi na pishaken, na pishaken, na pishaken. So you've seen a kitten. The second line of our first B part is Chunna mi na pishaken spirish machken taiger. And the melody goes like this. Chunna mi na pishaken spirish machken taiger. Again. Chunna mi na pishaken spirish machken taiger. So our first B part is comprised of the lines Chunna mi na pishaken, na pishaken, na pishaken. And the second one, Chunna mi na pishaken spirish machken taiger. So now let's put that together. Chunna mi na pishaken, na pishaken, na pishaken. Chunna mi na pishaken spirish machken taiger. One more time. Chunna mi na pishaken, na pishaken, na pishaken. Chunna mi na pishaken spirish machken taiger. And now what we will do is sing the A part again, which we've already learned, but as a wee reminder, the words are Shimme grut a chunna mi, shimme grut a rein mi, shimme grut a chunna mi, a mui faugne huige. Shimme grut a chunna mi, shimme grut a rein mi, shimme grut a chunna mi, a mui faugne huige. Now moving on to our second B part, so we're over halfway through the song now, and once you have this, you have the whole thing. So our second B part starts with Chunna mi na cútaigin, na cútaigin, na cútaigin. I have seen cuddies, 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 and cuddies are a type of fish. Chunna mi na cútaigin, na cútaigin, na cútaigin. Chunna mi na cútaigin a cloich alt na mailne. I have seen the cuddies playing at the river of Alt na mailne. So the first line of the melody goes like this. You'll recognise this from before. Chunna mi na cútaigin, na cútaigin, na cútaigin. And the second line goes like this. Chunna mi na cútaigin, na cloich alt na mailne. Chunna mi na cútaigin, na cloich alt na mailne. One more time. Remember, when you have this, you have the whole song. Chunna mi na cútaigin, na cútaigin, na cútaigin. Chunna mi na cútaigin, na cloich alt na mailne. So now we're going to sing the whole thing, remembering that every part repeats. So the structure of the song will go like this. Our A part, which is Shimme grut a chunna mi, shimme grut a rein mi, twice. Then our first B part, which is Chunna mi na pishaken, twice. Our A part, again with the repeat, Shimme grut a chunna mi. And then our last B part, which is Chunna mi na cútaigin. So, please sing along with me now, Shimme grut a chunna mi. Shimme grut a chunna mi, shimme grut a rein mi, shimme grut a chunna mi, a mui faugne huige. Shimme grut a chunna mi, shimme grut a rein mi, shimme grut a chunna mi, a mui faugne huige. Chunna mi na pishaken, na pishaken, na pishaken. Chunna mi na pishaken spirish machken taiger. Chunna mi na pishaken, na pishaken, na pishaken. Chunna mi na pishaken spirish machken taiger. Shimme grut a chunna mi, shimme grut a rein mi, shimme grut a chunna mi, a mui faugne huige. Shimme grut a chunna mi, shimme grut a rein mi, shimme grut a chunna mi, a mui faugne huige. Chunna mi na cútaigin, na cútaigin, na cútaigin. Chunna mi na cútaigin, na cloich alt na mailne. Chunna mi na cútaigin, na cútaigin, na cútaigin. Chunna mi na cútaigin, na cloich alt na mailne. Thank you very much for singing with me. Cheers!
Whoa.
That one was hard.
Yeah.
What's that? I'm sorry.
It was hard.
Yeah.
Ach, Allein. Play Allein.
Play Island, sugar, and yeah, and it wasn't sad.
Right.
Yeah, so a nonsense song, but yeah, but it's fun. Okay, so next week, we will come back to the possessives and review, not only review them with me lecturing, but we'll use them. We'll have exercises, and so we'll come to know those and own them, and I'll talk about weather and animals, and we'll have a couple to review the songs that we learned tonight. Okay? And I'll have as Denise says, don't forget to study. Okay, and prepare. Okay, so anyway, so as I hope, as usual, it'll be fun. We have a lot of material, and any questions, points of interest, or anything?
No, but thank you. It was another fine evening.
Okay, well, I'm glad. I'm glad it worked out. Sorry about my hard drive, but having trouble with that. I have to buy a new one, I guess. But all right. Anyway, all right. So Aikava, Dunya, Aikava.
Akiva. Tapale.
Thank you. Thank you.
Akiva, Matthew.